So what we really do is make sure that we blend creative ideas and that search expertise together. We've seen Carrie's vision come to life over the last 6 years with pairing creative and SEO together. Not a lot of agencies historically has understood that SEO is like a facilitator, and they kind of lose sight of that driver. What we do is look at it holistically and look at what's the drivers of SEO, and what I mean by that is looking at other platforms that influence that and creating that demand for our clients. One of our clients is Capital One, and they came to us with a organic kind of search brief but leveraging PR. And ultimately what their goal was to be more transparent and be the most considered credit card brand. And we thought transparency is a key word there. What if we created a transparent credit card and amplify that, right, beyond PR? And we created some amazing work. We created press packs, sent that to key news outlets, key publications that we put out of home, billboards up with the actual card, clear, transparent. And that was literally, it was just Capital One's credit card. So it created lots of conversation, and I think it really shows where you can take search and creativity. And
funnily enough, I caught a comment from one of your clients on your website, and it says, when you work with Rise at 7, you feel like you're trending 24/7.
Yes, I love that. That was my other point I wanted to just mention in terms of our speed and how reactive we are. We scan the market on a daily basis, looking at channels in terms of social media, what's trending, what searches have increased on Google, and just have a think around the opportunities on what content could we create to put our clients at the center of these conversations because their consumers are engaged. To give you an example of that, we have a client, they sell white vans on site, and we noticed there was 7,500% increase on that product search on their website. And what we noticed was, obviously Squid Game was trending at the time. It was a big global moment. It had huge reach. It created lots of conversation socially. So we created some social content, and we created a press release highlighting this, that all players were wearing white vans. And then ultimately what we saw was, and this is all factual, over 1,000 coverage and link placements. And this was all literally within a 24-hour period of when we've identified this. We drove a 50% uplift on their organic traffic, drove 500,000 social engagements in terms of like shares, etc. And what we also seen was Netflix got involved and they started retweeting some of the content. And that's really important when it comes to Google signals as well. You know, if you're getting links and coverage on these high authoritative publications, that can influence organic signals. Biggest thing for me, right, is just having natural conversations. And that can be, you know, on a quick call, no pressure associated to it too, because that's so important when it comes to building relationships. And you find out more by having those natural conversations. And we've got many clients, some of them absolutely love having conversations on WhatsApp, Slack as quick messenger. And if we ever see their brand, take a quick picture, just spotted it here, love this, we could do this. And you're just sharing insights and you're building that natural relationship as well while you're out in the market. One of the things I pride myself on and what makes an excellent account manager is being a driver and challenging clients. If you don't act a bit like a consultant or be a bit like a generalist, you know, interpret a brief that the client's given you, and to be a really good, strong account manager, you need to be having those kind of like challenging questions with a client to say, in fact, we don't think this is what you need X, Y, Z instead, based on X, Y, Z, to really own those accounts, be the driver, act a bit like a consultant, and work really collaboratively and communicate really strongly, not only with clients, but with the internal teams.